Alright, what? Wasn't expecting a cutscene.
Sir Julio, what is it?
There's something I wanted to try out in battle.
Try out?
That's right.
Okay. Sure.
I was thinking about this. What do you think?
I think it's great. If we all work together, we'd be able to face even stronger monsters.
That's good. Then maybe we should test it the next time we encounter monsters.
Yes!
Very enthusiastically. Yes! What kind of sauce, Blue Wolf Alex? I'm partial to horseradish. Or spicy mustard. Or, I don't know. I guess that's it. Those, those are the acceptable sauces. I don't think I've ever had a habanero sauce. I prefer just using habaneros. Same with jalapenos. They were talking about her behind her back because they secretly hate her. I guess I can get rid of the lunch thing since I'm done eating. Back to grinding! It's up to your opinion, God Emperor's Finest. Do you want to watch a show that's basically TNG but slightly worse? Or do you want to watch a show that has its issues but is generally considered the best Star Trek show?
I sense danger.
If it's not obvious, I like spicy food, so, you know.
Don't blame me for whatever happens. Time to attack with items!
Although, the only kind of sauce that I absolutely despise is mayo.
Not even worth the time.
Okay!
Ha. This is gonna be a fun fight.
Here's a question for you guys. How many encounters of stuff that's relatively difficult to beat do you think it should take to get a level?
I'll use an item on the enemy.
Spice. Or, sorry.
I won't hold back. Yeah! Easy win.
There is always room for improvement.
I think I'm stronger and taller.
She has grown taller. We'll go ahead and say of the difficulty of what I've been trying to fight here, because that's the exact variable I'm going for. I suppose we could try stuff that's even harder, but usually that stuff kills us. And if you'll remember, we actually did just die to this stuff just a few minutes ago, thanks to one of the encounters being beyond what we could stand.
Where should I go?
However, for anyone curious, that was 13 battles in order to gain a level. Which,
I did.
Let's try a harder area. Assuming we can even fight there at all. Because that's one of the higher level areas that we can still manage that we were just at. So we're going to try up here, which is just a little bit beyond our capacity, but maybe with careful tactics and item usage, we'll be able to fight stuff up here. And we'll reset the counter here. Let's see how many fights this takes to get levels, assuming we can manage it at all.
Okay. Let's do our best. Yeah.
That shouldn't be bad. In fact, this is probably easier than what we were just fighting.
Why, you... I'll use an item on the enemy. I understand.
Not even worth the time.
So there's one. Still counting it. Let's see if we can find something harder. You'd think there'd be harder stuff out. It's nighttime. Oops, wrong way. Okay, sure, the birds.
This is gonna be a fun fight.
I won't hold back.
There.
I understand. Time to attack with items.
They really like to focus fire, don't they?
I'll press the attack all at once.
This is a chance.
No, I've noticed a similar thing, James Hogan. Like, I feel like it's a lot down to the overall approach to difficulty, which is basically about damage versus health, and that's it. You know, no actual complexity to it. Like, because that's pretty much how all the fights have been in this entire game have been so far. Either I am just absolutely crushing them, or they are absolutely crushing me. One of the two.
I won't hold back.
Oh, that sucks, Tessie. I'm sorry.
Ineffective. I'll take the vanguard.
Now, let's go. We won before I even realized it.
So that was a reasonable amount of experience out of that fight. It was pretty rough, and we did nearly lose a guy. I'm pretty sure I can't even fight those, so I'm not even going to try to fight the black slimes. So that's one bird encounter. Let's see if we can find another one. I suppose this should be taken into account as well, how much issue we're having even finding the correct type of encounter. Oh, here we go.
Okay, hey!
Ha. This is gonna be a fun fight.
Oh, that's much worse than the fight we just had. We're probably going to die here. Yeah, we're extremely likely to die here. No, absolutely not, Tessie. Can you guess why, though?
I let my guard down.
Don't blame me for whatever happens. This item is really effective! I understand.
Not endure. I must be rusty.
Well, we've lost 2 party members. Did we at least hurt them? We did kill the weaker member of their party. Okay, you can't guess. That's fine. The reason is because playing games on my own, you know, not on the show, is basically something I don't even do anymore.
Time to attack with items.
The only games I play on my own, not for the show, are games with my friends, which is obviously this doesn't qualify, and games on the Switch that I can play periodically, you know, with the cracks of my free time, and that's it. And that is a list that doesn't have a lot of room on it, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna stop wasting my items.
That hurt! Wide open! Ugh, I feel dizzy. They got me.
And we're dead. See, let me explain part of why I'm trying to do this little grindy thing here. It is my firm opinion that we're at the point now where grind being a part, just an accepted part of an RPG of any kind, is no longer acceptable. And honestly, it probably hasn't been acceptable for a couple decades at this point. So a huge amount of older JRPGs, if we were to do in-depth classics of them, would get a negative for grinding.
Go.
Like, that's just a thing that would happen, you know? Now, certain games would get additional negatives for grind, because certain games are even worse about it. But the general idea is, like, even games like Final Fantasy VI, for example, would probably get a negative for grind. Maybe. That's actually kind of a tough one, but whatever. That's a hard one for me to judge, because I know FF6 so well I can beat that game at level 30. 26 actually is my record. But anyways, point being, you get the point though? And I have to admit, I'm not super impressed with the grind in this game. It's also one of the reasons why I praised Dragon Quest XI so much, is because it was basically an anti-grind game. Despite everything, I didn't need to grind in Dragon Quest XI. That's not quite true. I had to level like twice. I didn't have to grind at all. There we go. Let's go ahead and state that as accurately as we can. I do like that you don't lose basically anything for dying. In fact, the penalty for failure is so small.
Dangerous.
Ineffective. There.
You know?
I understand. This item is really effective.
You're full of openings. You won't escape.
Ah, but that, Blue Wolf Alex, runs into the interesting question of what is mandatory. Like, what is qualified as mandatory when it comes to RPG? Anyways, I didn't respond to Tessie's last thing. I don't understand your question at all, Tessie. So here's what I'm going to say. Yes, I'd be okay with doing future premiere runs on the Atelier series. If that doesn't answer your question, I got nothing. So, for example, it's pretty easy to say that... I'll use a really esoteric example.
Yay, we won.
Super Hydralide requires grind. It is mandatory. You cannot progress through that game until you hit certain level barriers. Like, literally, you actually cannot complete the game until you hit level X, right? It is absolutely mandatory to go grind. See you around, Tessie. Get a good night's sleep. And I'm sad that I'll never see you again, but that's okay. Now I can really rag on how awful the game is. No, I'm kidding.
A dangerous opponent.
So in that game, it is as mandatory as it possibly can be. You cannot progress through the game without grinding, right? But then,
We're going to lose.
questions can arise about what exactly qualifies mandatory. For example, what if there's a side quest? Actually, no, let me rewind. Now, this is a fake example, but imagine if for a moment in Mass Effect 2, all of those personal missions, the side missions for the characters, required grinding to do them.
I'll go.
Now,
Not even worth the time.
you don't actually have to do the side missions, right? You don't have to actually go help them with their own personal missions. That is side content. It's not mandatory to complete the game. But if you were to presume that it was mandatory to grind in order to do them, you can see why some people would consider that mandatory grind, because a lot of people want those, especially since those are in many ways the meat of the content in Mass Effect 2. Make sense? I was kind of hoping that by this point Blue Wolf Alex would be like, "You're dumb," or he would have something to add to the conversation. Listen, Lore. You have no brain.
Okay.
It's okay, it keeps me safe from zombies.
This is gonna be a fun fight.
I should be keeping track and more manually. So we've already done 3. 3 successful encounters. The best part is we're not even making money doing this.
It's finally getting interesting.
Because this is not how you get money.
Going to lose.
So we're actually running through our reserves, financially speaking.
This item is really effective.
Now, to contradict myself, the opposite of mandatory is also very easy to define. If, for example, there's a game where, you know, you can beat the game at level 20 just by pushing through the game and not doing anything, but there's also some super optional challenging stuff over there on the left, and if you want to go fight them, well, then you're going to have to go hit level 100 or whatever, right?
I feel stronger.
Actually, there we go. Sorry, I missed one. You know, that would obviously be a very clear-cut case of non-mandatory grind, because the only reason to grind is to go get the endgame achievement or to beat the super mega death boss or whatever, right? I would agree that FF10 is a pretty bad example of mandatory grind. Although, ironically, I think most of that is on the failure of the difficulty curve of FF10. If you remember, Final Fantasy X's difficulty curve is actually pretty smooth, with a few notable jumps here or there. And I'm gonna die. And the problem is those jumps are pretty horrible. Like, those are massive difficulty spikes, right? And therein lies the problem. I'm just gonna run.
It's finally getting interesting.
Or die. I'm just gonna die. There we go. Anyways, that's my overall point. You didn't really have to grind in FF10, except for every now and again when you had to grind your face off. And 10 got really grindy, too, because 10 also had issues with its power progression curve, which was a little bit too smooth and not enough vertical movement. It also didn't help that FF10, until you get to basically endgame stuff, doesn't actually give you a lot of variety and choice in exactly how you build your characters. It's just keep raising your stats and occasionally get a new ability. I've said it before, I actually love the idea of the sphere grid, but I really do feel FF10's original sphere grid wasn't actually all that good. And then, of course, FF13 took the idea of the sphere grid and just made it worse in basically every way. I honestly sometimes wonder what they were thinking with the... I hesitate to even call it that, the Crystarium in FF13. Myron, I like FF10 quite a bit, but that game has a fairly severe amount of grind in it. We can admit this. The things we like are not perfect, it's okay. We can acknowledge this.
I won't hold back.
If I can criticize FF6, you know... Wow, and she is already dead. And these are things I can take.
Time to attack with items.
Jesus.
Here I come!
Whatever.
In ineffective.
I know, Myron.
Please hit!
Attack them!
Attack at high speed. That should just about do it.
So, looks like we're going to be at 7 difficult fights in order to gain a level. So what do you think about that ratio? 7 fights that it's pretty rough, and obviously I'm still losing people every fight. And if the fight is slightly more difficult, then I'm screwed, because I simply lack the ability to defeat those enemies. Like, if I fought those black things right now, I'd be dead.
This is gonna be a fun fight.
Yeah, these fights are draining me. And also, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not actually gaining money out of these. And you might think, what do you care about money? Well, money is how I refill my item usages, which is how I'm using those bombs and books every round. So at some point or another, I do kind of need to refill my money. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to keep my ammo going effectively.
Don't blame me for whatever happens. This item is really effective!
Like that thing? The thing that keeps consistently doing triple damage? Yeah, I need money for that.
There.
This is a chance!
You won't escape!
I'll go. Not even worth the time.
And ding. Yep, so that was 7
There's
fights.
always room for improvement.
I think I'm stronger and taller.
And as always, and I've been saying this a lot lately, and I'm going to keep saying it until people stop accusing me of the opposite, if anybody out there disagrees with me, please feel free to say so. I do want you guys to be honest with me, after all. But I gotta be honest, 7 difficult fights for 1 level feels like just a little bit too much. If it was 10 difficult fights for 1 level, that would be definitively too much. But I still think 7 is a bit much. Let me use another parallel. I know. But hear me out. It's a game I know off the top of my head. What do you want from me? In Final Fantasy VI, you can fight one very difficult fight which could kill you. However, if you do that fight, it will give you a level. Maybe 2 if you're set up right for it. Maybe 4 if you're really set up for it. And that's kind of more acceptable in my mind, is if you're fighting something that is legitimately difficult and has the possibility of just straight up wiping you and forcing you to reload a save, than having the reward be, substantial is something that I agree with from a design perspective.
Okay, what should I make?
Yes and no, more cowbell, because all that does basically is adds time to the equation. Oh, I died, run back. Oh, I died, run back. Oh, I died, run back. You know? You could also make the same argument in FF6, because technically you don't actually lose anything in FF6 if you die. You just go back to your previous save, but you actually retain your experience, but not your stat ups. It's actually a weird system, but whatever. Right.
What material should I use?
Honey, obviously. What else would we use?
Is this real? Which cauldron is best? Okay then, let's start. This material goes here. This should go here. Yeah, this is good. Is this really okay? All right, I'll finish it now. Done! Now, what traits is this? Okay, it's finished.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon was kind of rough going back through that for the rumination.
Is this really
1 year ago? 2 years ago? I forget how long ago that was now, but...
Okay then, let's start.
I freely admit that I got to, I don't remember where it was, but I was like, okay, this is just a wall I can't surpass anymore.
All right, this is
And I
going
just,
well.
started
Yeah,
grinding
this is
my,
going
my face off.
All right, this is going well.
I remember it because I distinctly recall, man, I wish I could cheat on this, but I didn't have any cheats for Legend of Dragoon.
All right, I'll finish it now. Done. Now, what is this? Okay, it's finished. What material should I use? Is the which cauldron? Okay then, start. This goes here. This is great! I think something good will happen.
I do not remember Blue Wolf. I really don't.
I'll finish it now. Done! Now, what is this?
I bet if I was looking at it, I could tell you what it is.
What
You know,
material
visual
should I use?
memory and all that. Hang on, I really need more water.
Okay, what should I make? What material should I use?
Water? There we go.
Is this really? Which cauldron is best? Okay then, let's start. This material goes here. This should go. This is great. Is this real? All right, I'll finish it now. Done. Now, what is this? Okay, it's finished.
Is that even going up? I can't even tell if the memory thing is going up at this point. Whatever. Right, there is something else I want to check, because we are really getting piss broke here.
Welcome. Which request will you...
Oh, thank God. There's other requests that we can fulfill, because we are really running out of money.
Thank you very much. Here is your payment.
Well, it's also worth noting, and this is why I bring up the question for how much grind is too much grind or whatever.
Thank you.
There's a fairly large amount of variance from what people consider to be acceptable and what people consider to be unacceptable when it comes to how much time you should invest into any given level. Now, it's also worth noting that what you gain from a level is pretty relevant, too. In a game where you're, in a typical game which has, like, your typical 99 levels or whatever, one level is usually not a big deal, right? And therefore, one level really should not take that long, because you're not getting much out of it. FF10 is probably the worst example of that, because as much as I love FF10, each level, each new spot on the sphere grid, is an extremely minor increase in power, right? Let's see...
What material should I use?
We'll make a sandwich out of wheat, water, and a church talisman.
Is this which?
Why not?
Okay then.
This is going to be the best sandwich ever made.
This material goes here. I think something good will happen. This is great. This is great. Is this really? All right, I'll finish it now.
Hang on, let me look it up, Blue Wolf, because visual again. Ah, let me drop my phone. Let's see, Legend of Dragoon. Yeah, I remember having several issues with that fight. Of course, Hattie's just a lot of fights in that game, if I'm being honest.
Now, what traits to transfer? Is this okay? It's finished.
Well, which request will you... Thank you very much.
Screw it.
Thank you.
More money. Tons of money. the... Get 10 of whatever those logs are. I don't even know where those are. Oh yeah, that's why I said it is difficult for me to gauge a game like FF6, given how well I know it, right? I have to kind of divorce myself from my own understanding of it at a certain point. In order to try and judge it. We may never know, Blue Wind. Seriously, I don't know. I don't know animals that well. Rocky Grove. Let's just do this. Gosh, I don't know, Blackvile. I was kind of hoping soon-ish, but we're still working on that. Every time I talk to her, she's just like, nope. I have a feeling it wants me to advance the plot, which means, you know, going and synthesizing lots of things. But before we do that, I really want to get some more money.
Where should I go?
Let's see. Aha! Please don't be a birds fight. Okay, we're okay. I was just waiting for that. I don't think we've even been here yet.
Let's do our best! Yeah!
Well, there's those damn birds. Oh god, we still haven't refilled our ammo, because... Yeah, okay.
Don't blame me for whatever happens.
See ya!
I'll go too.
Okay, these are much weaker. We're okay. We're okay.
I'll go. Not even worth the time.
Well, I think so, Blue Wind. Probably for everything that isn't the combat. And I mean that sincerely. I'm pretty close to going ahead and committing to a negative to gameplay for the combat. It's, at best, vestigial. Or vestigial. Or vestigial. I've heard it pronounced all three ways.
Over here.
That's the nicest thing I could say about the combat in this game, is that it is unnecessary.
Easy win.
Like, running around, gathering stuff, crafting, learning new recipes, interacting with people, advancing their personal stories, you know, becoming friends with everyone, which is something else we've been kind of working on in the background here. All of that works pretty well.
Where to?
I actually found myself wondering if the only reason... Because I can think of two reasons why the combat's in this game. A, it's an RPG, so it should have combat, right? You know, that kind of thinking. Or B, because of the reason I mentioned earlier today. The idea of trying to pad the game out. Make it feel longer than it actually is. I don't know, though. Considering the sheer amount of customization and variety that exists within the crafting. I mean, you've got... the percentages of traits to fill, which themselves can be affected by the actual effects, or no, excuse me, the percentages of effects to be filled, which are affected by the traits, the color of the items you're using, the quality of the items you're using, your own personal stats, which themselves can be synthesized to be improved, and just... I can't even begin to describe the layers of complexity that exist within the crafting system that I can see even right now that I am not going to delve into, as I've already mentioned, because I can already tell what kind of a rabbit hole that's going to be. But it's not like if they wanted the game to be longer, they couldn't just lean on that button. You know? Or rely on people actually legitimately enjoying running around gathering and crafting rather than relying on, okay, so you're level 10, so this thing is going to kill you unless you know, level up, right? Now, that being said, I do also have to admit, if I'm being completely honest with myself, and this is the reason this is yet to become an actual negative.
What's our destination?
There doesn't appear to be anything that has actually required me to fight things yet. I have yet to fight a single boss in the entire game. And virtually every enemy that, you know, is in the way of gathering stuff is an enemy I can avoid.
Which request will you accept?
Don't I? Oh, god damn it, I need 2 more.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Meister Horse, what's this coupon?
It's a voucher for goods. You receive them when you complete specific requests.
I see. What kind of stuff can it be exchanged for?
I've left management of the vouchers to Tess, so please ask her for details. I'm sure she has some fine items.
I understand. Thank you.
God, which one was Tess? Oh, I noticed, Loke. Hi, Who Girl, by the way. I don't think I noticed that, Plutonium. I'm gonna have to listen next time I hear it. Like, I've noticed they all have their own themes, but I haven't really been processing them. I like how every single one of these people is presuming that she needed a second job because her Atelier is doing really badly. Or Atelier, God, how the hell you say it. One of those other weird things that always weirds me out, and I see JRPGs do this semi-frequently too, is they'll have characters who have really nice outfits, you know, really expensive-looking outfits, and they complain about being poor and barely being able to cover the rent, and I'm just thinking, like, what Sophie has on right now is probably more expensive than the actual outfit I'm wearing right now, and this is already in the triple-digit range. Oh, thank goodness, money. I desperately need money. I looked it up earlier, but I already can't remember what it said, because I'm dumb and stupid. Okay,
What are you...
oh, good.
Are you... Thank you.
That's funny, Zloke. I mean, we know the Switch is doing well, so that's not what you'd call super surprising, but wow.
What? Is this... Thank you. Is this...
I literally just got scolded for buying too many things from her. Wow. Yes and no, Loke. I've basically got about 1,000 from it, which I've already borne down to 300. Let's save real quick. Alright, let's really try to push this new memory forward, shall we?
What kind of stuff should I make?
Just anything.
Which material should I choose?
Just gonna make anything. Let's just go. Just make whatever.
Will this go now? Okay. I think I
I'm
feel...
not even gonna try to make them good. I'm just gonna try to make stuff quickly.
This looks
Quickly!
amazing.
There.
Okay, it's time to finish. What traits should I add? How's the... Yeah, this is all done.
And that was worth 3. So I need to do about 9 more syntheses. Syntheses?
Which material should I choose?
What the heck is the plural of synthesis?
Will this go well? Will this now? Which okay, I've decided this material. Oh, this. Whoa, this looks kind. It's going great. Okay, it's time to finish. What trait should I add? How's this? How's this? Yeah, this is all. Which material should I choose? Will this now? Which? Okay. All right. This looks great. It's going great. Whoa, this looks kind of amazing.
So that's 2. Help me count, guys. Because I'm gonna lose track, I guarantee.
Yeah,
That's 2.
Which material should I choose? Will this now? Okay. I feel like something. Whoa, this looks kind of amazing. Oh, this reaction is interesting. I think this would be best here.
So this is 3, I
finish
think.
it quick. What trait should I? Is this? Oh, right.
Okay, I totally hear the tubas now that I'm listening for it. I went out, but I didn't go alone. I brought the plants with me, so no worries, guys. I had to go out to the forest. There were voices calling to me. In any other setting. I'm just saying, in any other setting.
What to make? What materials to use? Which cauldron should I use? Okay, let's start. This material goes right here. This isn't bad. Yeah, good. Ah, so that's what happens. Yeah, this looks good. This isn't bad. Is this good? All right.
It's even worse, because he mentioned the forest was calling to him. And again, even in other settings, that would be horrible. Okay, so that was 4.
What material should I use?
Damn, I have a lot of plants. Look at all this.
Is this really okay?
No, 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 no. Don't use the good fur.
Is this which cauldron is okay then? Let's start. This material goes here. This is great. This is great.
5, I think?
All right, I'll finish it now. Now, what traits to transfer? Is this okay? It's finished. What material
Actually,
should I
honestly, let's
use?
just make some more.
What
At all.
material should I use? Is the which cauldron is okay then? Let's start. Yeah, this is going great. Yeah, this is going great. This is great.
Whoops! I did not mean to do that.
All right.
Whatever.
This is going well. I think something good will happen. Is this okay? It's time to fit done. What trait should I add? Yeah, this is all done.
3 more,
What stuff should I make?
roughly.
Which material should I choose?
Oh god, Bragwin, don't remind me of them, especially not in this game.
Will this go now? Which cold? Okay, I'll try
Now
it.
that's the diametric inverse of this game right there, is Witcher 3.
This reaction is interesting.
It's not bad, that would be the
I'll try this
opposite.
here.
But like, just
I feel like something great.
the
will
horror
happen
levels,
here.
you know?
It's going great. Will this go? Yeah, I should finish it. It's done. What trait should I transfer?
I don't know. Let's go with that and that.
All right, it's done.
One more, theoretically, or maybe 2 more. I don't know. Kind of lost track.
What
This is why I asked you guys, because I've lost track.
Is this which cauldron should I use? Okay, let's start. Yeah, good. Ah, so that's what happens. Ah, so that's what happened. Oh, this is good. Is this good? All right, I'll finish it now. Done. Now, what traits to transfer? Is this okay? It's finished.
Did we do it? We need to... one more thing. One more thing.
Okay, what should I make? What material should I use? Is this which cauldron is okay then? Yeah, this is going great. All right, all right. This is going well. All right, I'll finish it now. Good. Now, what traits to trans? Is this okay? It's finished.
We did it.
That should do it. The book is filling up quite a bit.
You're right. Your skills with alchemy have grown quite a lot, too.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Really? Yay! I got a compliment.
Only compared to the beginning. There's still much you need to study and learn.
Oh, I see. I guess I still have a long way to go.
The path of the alchemist cannot be walked in a day. Anyway, I'll look at the recipe.
Plakta? What's wrong? Are you okay? Hey!
I'm okay.
What did you remember?
I had ice cream once. It was horrible. I ate it way too fast.
To be perfectly honest, even I'm confused.
Can you tell me what it was?
It was a memory of me fighting. Only a single scene of me fighting something. That's all I remembered. That's it. I don't know who or what I was fighting, where I was, or the reason. I don't remember any details, but it seemed very important. I feel as though I was fighting to protect something very important. Something that shouldn't be forgotten.
Plakta,
I'm sorry, Sophie. For now, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Okay.
Well, now she wants me to... Slaying unliving king. Okay.
Okay. What should I make?
It sounds, And of course we need two things which I don't have and have never seen for that. Let's go and save. Hang on. Let's do a round, because that feels like a dialogue thing.
Barrel. Barrel, barrel.
Wait, what?
Welcome. Which request will you accept?
Sure.
Thank you very much. You've got...
Right, I still need to get more of those
Well,
stupid things. Ah, whatever. Really?
I have
It's never a good sign when someone flat out says, yeah, no, I was talking about you behind your back. I'm not going to tell you what, though. It's a secret. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, this is voice acted.
Oh, it's Fritz.
Ah, Sophie.
Hello. Are you here to shop too?
Yeah, I'm having her make doll parts for me. It's convenient for some of them to be the same shape.
Huh. I didn't know. There's one thing that concerns me. It seems like a lot of these parts are very large. In fact, they seem too large.
Oh, I'm actually going to be doing the final touches on them. I asked for them to be large so that I could adjust them.
Adjust?
I can't ask her to do the fine tuning for me. It's necessary to custom make every part in the end product. For example, all the parts that are used as hands need to be a little different. Every doll is unique, after all.
This seems difficult.
Was that hard to understand? I could explain it in detail to you later. There's no need to hesitate. We have plenty of free time when we travel to go gathering.
Is that a nod or a wink?
I see.
At the player, I mean. We have plenty of time while we're gathering.
It seems our next trip will be very long.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than listening to someone else enthuse about something they love. Hate that so much. I've always wondered why in fiction people treat that as a terrible thing. You ever notice that? Like, it's an extremely common thing. Oh, man, I love such and such. The other person just like, uh-huh. Or, like, falling asleep or whatever. Interesting. Why does she keep doing the cat thing? I didn't even notice that. Whoops. Until,
What
you guys pointed it out to me.
are you think?
Hey, Black Viper. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up, dude? Let's see. Nothing here. I suppose it's a pet peeve of mine because people enthusing is something that I think is an awesome thing that there should be more of in the world. And, you know, so I'm kind of like, yeah! Even if I'm not interested in it, you're interested in it, and that's awesome.
Okay,
You know?
what should I make?
But then again, I am a weirdo. Alright, let's see if we can find the dead king of endless darkness. Now, I know what you're thinking. Lore, you're just being evil again. Well, check this out. We need to slay the unliving king in the underground lake to get this memory. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're here. Still don't have her in the party and can't set her up in custom outfits yet. I'm guessing it's going to be in party and then custom outfits in that order. Hello, Larian.
Where do you intend to go next?
Oops. No. Whatever. Never even been up here. It's a reasonably good game. I have to admit, though, there are parts about it that just make me kind of go, eh. This probably isn't the best stream game, though. Not only is it niche, so, you know, plenty of people are not here. This is probably some of my least viewed streams I've had recently. But also, it's kind of a chill game, unless when a cutscene's playing.
This is gonna be a fun fight.
And I think I'm about to die. Oh, yeah, we're just straight running. We're just run. We're not even trying that. Run. How do I go this way? Oh, okay, whatever. Like, what do I talk about right now? I stand by the praise I've already given this game for its crafting and its alchemy. But the actual combat is... The absolute nicest thing I could say about the combat so far is that it's part of an aggregate negative. It might actually flesh out to be a full negative, depending on this unliving king thing I have to go kill. And I sure hope I don't have to kill myself, because that'd just be awkward, wouldn't it?
Where are we going next?
But yes, it's a fully turn-based combat game. So that's the Waterside Ruins. What's this? It's the puzzling... Hang on. Forest, mountain, ruins. We still haven't gone south, like, at all. Well, we didn't go that way. Let's go that way. See what happens. Oh god, enemies that are hard to dodge, that's what's happening here. Did you see that? And there's a lot of death enemies here. Let's just leave. Let's just leave right now. Let's not push our luck. Let's push our luck a little. Then let's leave. Quickly, oh god. Yeah. Okay, we're... let's just flee for our lives. I should probably start jotting down some theoretical, because I've had a few theoretical positives and negatives in my head for a bit now. So give me a moment here. Hang on. Here we go. Ooh! That shouldn't be any of that. I'm actually typing pretty slowly. I know that sounds like a strange statement, but I can type much faster if I'm on a what I mentally think of as a typing keyboard. I use this keyboard because it's very convenient and useful for me for gaming. But if I want to type, I just want this. And I can type at 160, I want to say? Something like that? I don't know. I haven't tested myself in a couple years at this point. I'm sure it's gone down as I get old and terrible and awful. Yes, I did want to add to this one. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could manage on this keyboard speed-wise. Probably not that much. So I was giving a theoretical positive for the flavor lore, which I've already kind of mentioned. I was adding the map to the aggregate positive we already have, and I'm just tacking on combat as a negative. Even regardless of whether there's grind or not, which is still something I'm willing to debate, the combat itself is just not good, in my opinion. It's not good, it's not interesting, it's not fun, it's not anything. It's just sort of there. As I was saying earlier, the absolute best thing I could say about the combat is that it's unnecessary. And that's just not really a good thing, you know? Now, I think I need to look up a map. What time is it? So I want to get at least one more thing done before I have to cut off for the day. No, just a map. Surely someone has... Of course not. Okay. Does the spreadsheet have anything like that? Looks like no. Well, let's see if we can find this place then, shall we? Okay, apparently it's loggy. See, I would not have guessed that, so it's a good thing I checked. That actually sucks. Now that I think about it. No, 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 nah. Okay. New recipe. Traveler's shoes. Oh, hey, I think I know what those are. I actually knew a friend, this was several years ago now, who was a push typer.
Where can we go next?
If you don't know what I mean by that, imagine hitting every button one finger at a time. Like, basically just type with these fingers. Very, very carefully and precisely. Meanwhile, it's Strange Skirt, the Strangening. Oh my god, new outfit! Okay, what? I don't think I like that. Mostly because the skirt is way too short. Just, wow. I think those are technically underwear at that point. Hat's fine. Honestly, hat's fine. But yeah, like the knee corset. In fact, those are literally like thigh corsets. You see that? They're just attached right there. And then she's got like one. What the? Okay, so she's got like an arm corset over there, and a glove, and then like just a bracer over here. Where's the dressing? Is this the dressing room? How do I change outfits? What's this? Oh my god. Like 11 or so? Renegade? This one was a PS3 game. Also, thank you very, very much, Renegade. As ever, much appreciate your support. Would you like to put that towards something? They look like boxers to me. Like, they are really short. Like, I know that really short shorts is a thing, but I've never liked really short shorts. Okay. I suppose the limit would be about 7 or 8 inches longer than that. I mean, granted, I prefer shorts that are pretty long. Like, the shorts I have on right now go, I'd say about 7 inches below my knee. But, you know, that's just my preference. But I still think that's too much. At least here, we can pretend she has pants on rather than shorts if we just look at her from exactly that angle.
Okay, what should
Let's see.
I make?
Okay, I can make this right now. But what I want to make more than that is... There they are.
What material should I use?
Yeah, I'm with berets. Although you need a certain type of look to pull it off. I spelled her name wrong. Ren... There we go. Do we have a release date for Wolfenstein at this point? I know they were kind of... They did a story trailer for it recently.
Is this really? Which cauldron is best? Okay.
Is it just
then?
me, or did her theme song change
Good will happen.
now that she has on the beret outfit?
Well. Yeah, this is good.
I didn't really have a choice, Baron.
Material goes here.
It just sort of happened to me.
Is this really okay? Okay, it's time.
Sorry, I'm totally wearing business pants right now.
And
Because I want to be as uncomfortable as possible while streaming. Actually, most days I do wear pants. Today was kind of a weird exception because my pants are in the wash right now. So if that makes you feel better, I do normally wear pants on camera.
how's this? Yeah, this is level up.
No, I don't really care for pants. They're not very comfortable. There's only two things that matter when it comes to fashion, and one of them is comfort. Do I seriously not have the ability to just change her outfit now? Oh, no leather. Absolutely not. The only thing worse than leather is denim. For me.
What kind of stuff should I make? Which material should I choose? Well, this now. Which okay, I'll try it. I've decided this. Whoa, this looks kind. Oh right, this looks great. Whoa, this looks kind. I feel like something great will happen. I'll try this here. Will this go well?
Lol, who girl? I don't think kilt would work well with a suit.
Ah, what's this? What trait should I add?
Huh? I've never failed to make something before. Ever.
How's this?
Huh. I'm just not a kilt person in general. Long shorts, telling you. That's where it's at. Okay. Well, whatever, I suppose. Ah! I feel like I've gotten an anonymous cheer. How strange. Latex? I don't know what latex feels like off the top of my head. There is a type of material I'm rather fond of, but it's... I forget what exactly it is. It's basically a combination of various fake fabrics. Anyways, thank you very much, anonymous cheer. She does look kind of French right now, doesn't she? Not in a bad way. Just, you know. She's got that look going on. It's, Pokemon X and Y all over again. Any minute now I'm going to meet someone who wishes the world were, as beautiful as he is.
Which request would...
Yay! Also, are you wearing something new? Nah. What'd I change about this outfit? Make the shorts longer. Okay, so make the shorts longer. Or the skirt longer, whatever. Get rid of the corset on the thighs. Balance out the arm thing. Probably go ahead and make the left arm equal the right arm. Or, I'm sorry, make it so both arms look like the left arm. I would also... actually, the boots aren't that bad. I'm okay with the boots. The shirt thing? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I see plenty of real-life women wearing shirts basically just like that. And the backpack's fine. So, that's what I would change.
Welcome. Which request will you accept?
What's a Sakura game, Renegade?
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta make all that do.
I'll...
Where's Tess? Is Tess only here at night? Hello again, Night Forager. Amelia Leonmeyer. Well, that would explain her name.
Come back. I have new items.
No, Night Forager. There's no forced iron mode in this one. I can save scum to my heart's content, if I felt like it. The same it is to know most people as a friend, Baron.
Looks like you've gotten pretty strong, Sophie.
Huh? You can tell?
Yeah, you're wearing that now.
I can tell somewhat from the condition of your weapons and your appearance.
Okay, I was kidding.
I see. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. They should be fine telling you about this now.
About what?
If you go north from this, you might be able to
Whoops.
use them as materials
Didn't mean
for
to hit
alchemy,
that.
too.
Huh. There's a place like that? But why are you telling me now?
There are pretty dangerous monsters there. You need to be pretty strong to go there, or you'd be in real danger. I think you'd be fine going there now, though.
I see.
I just have a feeling you'd be okay. You could even go there to test your strength.
Okay. Thank you very much.
That sounds like a high-level zone, which sounds terrifying. Which means we might finally be at an actual grind point. Like a true grind wall. Where we have to go level in order to progress. Period. So let's see how this works out, shall we?
I've got some new wares.
Before we do...
This is okay, right? This is okay, right? I'll see.
Well, this is the first time... This is part of the why I haven't actually given a negative for grind yet, because we haven't really needed to grind yet, even though we have a few times. Good night, Collison. Have a good one. So we're going to go ahead and save. Oh, there's the dressing room. Hang on. What? What? Huh? And once again, her skirt. Why is everything she wears too short in the skirt area? Gosh darn it, that's actually getting aggravating. I'm guessing this is one of the DLC things I got, but... Huh? So where's the underground lake?
Where do you intend to go next?
Up here, apparently. Okay. I am fond of wings. Oh, this place looks terrifying. So what do you want to bet I'm about to die? Like, place your bets right now. I'm dead serious. Place your bets on me about to die. I'm going to make an honest attempt, don't mistake me, but I think I am, like I said, I think I'm about to hit the grind wall in the face. Like a bug on a windshield. Gosh darn it.
I sense danger.
Yeah, I don't want to fight any trash here. Yeah, let's just straight run. Okay. I don't know about you guys, I always shout out what I'm doing. Cold. That's cold. Flame powder can now be synthesized. Woot! Man, I don't have faith in me. I'm about to fight a legitimate boss in an area that I am almost guaranteed to be too low level for.
There.
It's okay, though. I got wings. This is also further in than most places are. I'm going to stop looting. Yeah, maybe a little bit more loot. Okay, no more loot. No more loot. You know, most of the time, games come up with an excuse or
We need to do our best.
a
You
reason
look strong.
for why it is that you can only have so many people in a group at one time, you know? Have you noticed this game doesn't even begin to come up with an excuse? In fact, everyone's technically still in the group, and everyone acts like they're all still in the group. Oh, that's it right there, isn't it? Yep, that's the boss.
They don't look very strong.
Okay. Oh, I know what happened. Remind me to turn on the restore thing when I get back.
I won't hold back.
Anyway, see you around, Blue Wind.
All right, I'll play along.
Yeah, this is boss music.
I understand.
What?
Wait, what?
Won't be happening.
Why is he going 4 times in a row?
Here I go.
Why did he get 4 actions?
I let my guard down.
Why did he get 4 actions? I was thinking, okay, I can do something with this. And then he healed to full. And then he attacked my entire party. And then he healed to full. What? Alright, negative to gameplay. No, seriously though. Death with honor. You know, you don't have to...
Well done.
He was healing himself plenty, Plutonia. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that looks like a grind wall to me. I'm gonna look that up though. Like maybe there's a trick to it that I don't know about. What do we got here? Okay, here we go, guys. I've got some suggestions for how to fight him. You have to cut his HP, use stuff that inflicts no heal. Okay, that's actually a legitimate answer. And lower his level. Wow. By the way, for those of you not aware, I'm on easy mode. Of the 3 difficulties, I cranked it down to easy, per the request of the person who made me play this, actually. Yeah. Well, this is my cutoff point anyways, because like I said, I have several things to do tonight. This is clearly a grind wall. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about this fight off camera in my copious spare time. Actually, I'm going to save first, so we don't have the problem we had yesterday. But yeah, otherwise I suppose I will be seeing you guys tomorrow, because... see you around, guys.